Picture a bustling Charlotte evening, the Lynx Blue Line train humming through the city's heart, passengers lost in their phones, their lives. A young woman, her blonde hair tucked under a pizzeria cap, scrolls through her dreams of a new life in America. Then, in a heartbeat, a shadow rises behind her. A blade flashes, and screams pierce the night. Iryna Zarutska, a 23-year-old Ukrainian refugee who fled war for safety, is gone, stabbed in an unprovoked attack that shocks a nation. This is the true story of a life stolen, a city shaken, and a cry for justice that echoes through the darkness. Charlotte, North Carolina buzzed with late summer energy on August 22, 2025. The Lynx Blue Line train rattled along its route, connecting the city's south side to downtown. Iryna Zarutska, 23, boarded at Scaly Bark Station just after 9:45 p.m., her khaki pants and Zappetti's Pizzeria t-shirt slightly wrinkled from a long shift. Her long blonde hair was tucked under a cap, and her blue eyes sparkled as she texted her partner, Alex, a 25-year-old barista she'd met at Rowan Cabarrus Community College. "Almost home," she wrote, adding a heart emoji. "Can't wait to tell you about my day." Iryna had fled Ukraine in 2022 with her mother Olena, Sofia, and brother Dmitro, escaping the terror of daily bombings. In Charlotte, she'd found a new home, her radiant smile lighting up the neighborhood. She worked at a senior center, served pizzas, and walked neighbors' dogs, dreaming of becoming a veterinary assistant. Her sketchbook, tucked in her bag, held drawings of animals and vibrant clothing designs, a testament to her artistic spirit. "This is my chance," she'd told Olena the night before, sitting at their small apartment table. "America feels like hope, Mama. Like I can be anything." Olena, her eyes tired but warm, squeezed her hand. "You already are, Iryna, but promise me, stay safe." Iryna laughed softly. "It's just a train ride, Mama. What could happen?" The train car was half full, passengers absorbed in their phones or staring out windows. Iryna sat in an aisle seat, earbuds in, scrolling through photos of a puppy she'd walked that day. Behind her, a man in an orange sweatshirt fidgeted, his movements unnoticed in the hum of the train. Decarlos Brown Jr, 34, was a ghost in the system, a repeat offender with 14 charges over a decade, including armed robbery and larceny. Diagnosed with schizophrenia, he'd spent 5 years in prison, released in 2020. His sister, Tracy, had seen him unravel, his paranoia worsening. "She's not himself," she'd told their mother DeWitt weeks earlier. "I'm scared he'll hurt someone." Iryna's phone pinged with a reply from Alex. "Hurry home, artist. Got coffee waiting." She smiled, her heart light. She didn't notice Brown's restless hands, his fingers tracing a pocket knife hidden in his hoodie. The train rumbled past Camden Road, the city lights blurring outside. A young couple chatted across the aisle, a student typed on a laptop, and a tired commuter dozed. No security officers were in the car, though some patrolled the train ahead. Iryna's thoughts drifted to her dreams, a veterinary clinic, a life free from war's shadow. 4 minutes after she boarded, Brown's movements shifted. He glanced out the window, his face blank, then pulled the knife from his pocket. The blade glinted as he unfolded it, his motions deliberate. Iryna, lost in her phone, never saw him stand. In a swift motion, he grabbed the seat bar, leaned forward, and stabbed her 3 times, once fatally in the neck. Her body jolted, her phone slipping as she gasped, her hand flying to her mouth. Screams erupted as passengers scattered, the train's hum drowned by panic. Iryna collapsed, blood pooling on the floor. Brown, expressionless, walked the length of the car and stepped onto the platform at East-West Boulevard. Transit police swarmed within minutes, their radios crackling. "Female victim, stabbed, non-responsive," an officer reported. Iryna was pronounced dead at the scene, her pizzeria cap beside her. Brown, still on the platform, was arrested, a blood-soaked shirt and knife found nearby. Charlotte Mecklenburg police officer Laura Gaines, a 38-year-old veteran with a steady gaze, secured the scene, her heart heavy. This was senseless, she told her partner, shaking her head. She was just going home. Alex, waiting at their apartment, grew anxious when Iryna didn't arrive. Her phone's location showed she was at the station. He rushed to the platform, only to find police tape and flashing lights. "Where's Iryna?" he pleaded, his voice breaking. An officer's grim face told him everything. "No," Alex whispered, collapsing to his knees. "She was my world." Olena, Sofia, and Dmitro arrived soon after, their screams echoing through the night. "My baby!" Olena sobbed, clutching Sofia. "She came here for safety." By midnight, the news spread, Charlotte reeling from the brutality. Mayor Vi Lyles, a 50-year-old leader with a calm demeanor, sat in her office watching the surveillance footage. "This is a failure," she told her aide, her voice trembling. "He shouldn't have been on that train." Brown's criminal record, 14 charges, including a 911 misuse incident in January, flashed across her desk. His mental health struggles, documented by his family, raised questions. Why was he free? Lyles demanded, her resolve hardening. She vowed to deploy more officers to the Lynx Blue Line, effective immediately. The next morning, August 23, the city mourned. A vigil formed outside Zapiti's Pizzeria, where Iryna's co-workers lit candles. Maria, a 30-year-old server, wiped tears. She was always smiling. She'd sketched dogs on napkins for us. A GoFundMe raised thousands, reflecting Iryna's impact. Olena, her face hollow, spoke at the vigil. "Iryna found hope here. They took her from us." Alex, clutching one of her sketches, added, "She deserved better. We all do." The FBI joined the investigation, led by Deputy Assistant Director James Barnacle. In a briefing, he reviewed Brown's history. 14 charges, prison time, mental health crises. The system failed. On September 9th, the Justice Department filed a federal charge, committing an act causing death on a mass transportation system. U.S. Attorney Russ Ferguson, his voice thick with emotion, addressed the press. "Iryna deserves justice. This was a terroristic act." Attorney General Pamela Bondi vowed, "He'll never walk free again." The surveillance video, released on September 5th, ignited a firestorm. Shared across social media, it drew outrage from President Trump, who posted on Truth Social, "This innocent woman's blood is on the hands of Democrats who refuse to lock up criminals." Charlotte's Republican leaders echoed him, blaming Mayor Lyles and the courts. "This is the cost of soft-on-crime policies," House Speaker Dustin Hall declared. Lyles fired back, announcing new security measures, bike units, urban terrain vehicles, and a stronger transit police presence. Quote, "No one should fear the light rail," she said, her voice resolute. Brown, held for a 60-day psychiatric evaluation, remained silent. His mother, DeWitt, told reporters, "He's sick. I tried to get him help." His sister Tracy added, "He wasn't always like this. The system let him slip through." The debate raged. Mental health failures, judicial oversights, or both. Officer Gaines, patrolling the station, reflected, "We need answers, not politics." She thought of Iryna's family, their grief a weight she carried. The Ukrainian embassy offered to repatriate Iryna's body, but her family chose the U.S. as her final resting place. Quote, "This was her home," Olena said, her voice breaking. At the funeral, Alex placed one of Iryna's sketches, a puppy with soulful eyes, on her casket. "You brought light," he whispered. "I'll fight for you." The community rallied, but fear lingered. Students at Rowan Cabarrus avoided the train, whispering about safety. As September unfolded, Charlotte grappled with its wounds. The Lynx Blue Line ran quieter, passengers glancing over their shoulders. Iryna's story became a rallying cry for justice, for reform, for a city to heal. Her radiant smile captured in a June Instagram post haunted those who knew her. The question lingered. Could this have been prevented? For Iryna, for Alex, for Elena, the answer came too late, but their resolve burned bright to honor her light, to demand a safer tomorrow.